Easy Pass fraud, don't click the link. Please do not click the link.
Good morning. Today, people share their experiences on fraud. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.
This is how they got me, and the only reason they got me, because I never be clicking links. Ever, bro. Ever. Me and my girlfriend went to Manhattan on Sunday, aka I went through toll after toll after toll after toll. My Easy Pass on Sunday was getting a beat down, I'll tell you that much. I get a text Monday from Easy Pass. Monday. May I mind you, Sunday, the day previously, was when I was racking it up on the Easy Pass. Oh, you owe a bill. Click on this link to pay it off. So I end up clicking the link, and I'm thinking this whole time it's legit because I was just racking up the Easy Pass yesterday. Lo and behold, bro, I got scammed, man. And the only reason I found out was because today in the morning meeting at work, my coworker goes, yeah, everyone, be careful of that Easy Pass scam going around. I look at my account and go, oh no.
Yesterday I got scammed, and I thought that I had gotten a job interview because I've been looking for another part-time job so that I can move to freaking Los Angeles. And I was so excited. I got all ready. I hop on the Zoom. 30 plus people on the Zoom. I'm like, okay, maybe it's like a group, I don't know, group interview. There's a lot of candidates, so who knows? Then they show where the building is, and I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of near the areas I've been looking where I would be moving, so maybe I'd be close. Let me look up the address, see actually how far it would be. Address invalid. Okay, that's weird. So then at this point I'm like, what's going on? Like, this is so weird, but I'm still staying in it, you know? Someone raises their hand on the Zoom, so when you raise your hand, it goes to the front, and then puts their video on with a piece of paper saying it's a scam. The host immediately exits him out and just brushes it off, and it gets awkward, and everyone's laughing, and I'm like, what's going on? So then I go on a deep Reddit hole. I turn my camera off. I go on a deep Reddit hole. This company's a scam. This company's a scam. I just keep seeing it everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, what? I tell Taylor to come in, my sister. She's a recruiter. And she's like, exit out. I'm like, me hitting the exit. I'm like, God damn it. Ugh, just felt like it was funny, but I felt defeated, you know?
So about 2 weeks before Christmas, I found out that I was the victim of a fraud through PayPal, and it was awful. This wasn't just a couple $100 that was taken out of my checking account. It was $12,000. Basically, what happened was that money was pulled out of my bank account. It's an account that I don't check very often. It was tied to an old PayPal account for an old business that I had. And someone was pulling money out of my checking account into my PayPal, and then they were transferring money from my PayPal into their checking account or their bank account. Now, how did they do this? That was my question for PayPal, because they were able to set up a second account, bank account, in the PayPal account that they were able to pull money from PayPal into their bank account. How they did that, PayPal couldn't answer that for me. In addition, when I went to reset my password, the primary account holder's cell phone number was their number. It wasn't even my number. So they were also able to change me as the primary account holder, my cell phone number to their cell phone number. Again, PayPal couldn't answer how that could happen. So basically, PayPal's lack of security measures caused me to lose $12,000 out of my bank account for 2 weeks. And not only that, it was literally daily calls and emails to PayPal in order to get the money back. Like, it was constant. It was constant stress, constant reaching out to them, constant explaining to their customer service people what was going on. Can't even tell you the frustration I had to deal with over that 2-week period while I was trying to enjoy preparing for the wonderful holiday season without the $12,000 in my bank account. 2 days before Christmas, I was finally getting the last of the $12,000 that came in bits and pieces back into my account. And guess what I did at that point? I closed my PayPal account because they failed me. PayPal failed to protect me with their security measures or lack thereof. Like, how in the hell was someone able to set up their bank account, change my primary information without me being notified. What made this situation especially egregious is that this isn't the first time it happened. I had contacted PayPal in October indicating that $2,000 had been taken out of my checking account and put into PayPal, and I didn't do it. Well, at the time, PayPal said, oh, it's, some fraud. We will lock down your account. We'll change your password. We'll, make sure this doesn't happen again, because the person or the people hadn't set up their account in my account to transfer the money out. So it was just sitting there. So I was able to easily transfer it back, but I did notify PayPal that this had happened in my account. So how in the hell did it happen again, like a month and a half later? Like, what part of security did PayPal not implement that it happened to me again? My bad. I should have canceled the PayPal account back in October, but I really didn't think there was any way that someone could get into my account, set up their account, and take money from me. But guess what? PayPal did not set up any type of firewall on my account after I already notified them once that my account had been attacked. Like, what kind of cybersecurity does this company have? Absolutely ridiculous. This is such a huge mistake by PayPal, and they didn't really apologize. They didn't own up to it. And I am completely done with that platform. So, people, just be careful. Don't trust that these companies are going to protect you and your information and notify you when some random person is able to access your account and able to change all your primary account holder information without you as the primary account holder being notified. That's effed up. But luckily I got the money back, and I'm just trying to figure out ways to really lock down the security on my accounts and my money, and I'm going to be paying a lot more attention to this going forward. So let this be a warning and a lesson to all of you that are using PayPal, that if somehow somebody can access your account, they can change things apparently without you even being notified by PayPal.
All those stories and the people that are scammed and everything, I just wanted to put a warning out there, because if you don't understand technology, if you don't understand how these hackers get the information that they need to get into your accounts, you need to do some research, because all your places where you have to create passwords and stuff like that, we're all guilty of this to some degree, but all of those things out there about password and security and safety and all that tell you not to use the same passwords and not to use the same usernames and stuff like that, because there's so much out there on the dark web where they scan and they can hack one place and get your password, and if you've used that password somewhere else, then they've got you in all those places. That's
about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I was selling something on like one of the local Facebook pages, and basically the guy's like, hey, I sent you over the money to hold the item. I'll be there Tuesday to pick it up, or I could send my brother sooner. I'm out of town on a work event. And I'm like, okay, I don't hold any items without full pay. I prefer not to do Zelle. Is there any way somebody can drop off cash so that I can hold the item for you? And he's like, no, I don't want to stress my brother out with it. Let me just Zelle you the money. So I say, okay, no problem. So I send him my email to Zelle over the money for the item that I was selling, and it was a pretty big item. It was a couch, and he's like, okay, I sent it over. So I get an email, and I open it up and I look, and I see that it's from Zelle, and then I look over at my bank account and check, and I don't see anything. I'm like, but for some reason it shows that it was emailed and I received it and confirmed it. So I'm like, hey, I got the email confirming I received the funds, but I didn't get the actual funds. Like, what's going on? And he's like, that's strange. Let me call my bank. And I'm like, okay, no problem. He's like, hey, they told me to send it again. And I'm like, okay. He's like, but I'm out, you know, the X amount of dollars that I sent the first time because it's taken out of my account. And I'm like, well, I didn't get it, so you should probably still call your bank again. And he's like, oh, they said it was sent, but it's pending. So I'm like, all right. He's like, but I'll send it again, and then you just send me the money back. And this is where it starts to get fishy. So I'm like, okay. He sends me the money again. I get another email. Now I've got, you know, twice the amount of money that he sent, but nothing's showing up in my account. And I'm like, well, why is this? Like, I've never had this issue before. I sell family members, you know, it's a non-issue. He's like, just give it a little while. Sometimes in order for you to receive the money, you have to send me, you know, $25 or something like that, and it'll pop up in your account. He's like, here's the directions from Zelle that I get when I do this. And I'm like, I've never had this issue before. So I'm kind of questioning it at this point. But in the moment, I've got like, I'm a mom. I've got like 50 million other things going on. And in my head, I just want this freaking couch out of my house.
Person number 5.
I messaged the guy again and said, all right, what's your info? I'll call my bank. And he's like, well, you can just send me the money and it'll send it. Here's the screenshot of what will happen next. And I'm like, okay. So in the moment, I sent him, you know, the $25 or $50, I think it was. And I'm like, hey, just so you know, I didn't still get any payment. Like, I didn't get anything. Now I don't have an email, and now he stops answering. So now he just got $50 from me. So I'm thinking, how many other people is he doing this to? Or this person, or this organization, or whatever it is. How many other people are affected by this? Because it's just crazy that in the moment, people are falling for it. Now,
thanks for watching this video. Please have an amazing day.